So Blue, she was pregnant, and the male made more money than her, and he went to school. And so again, just for a point, the direct impact of how your children will, people's children will evolve, how they look, how they behave, will be pretty much based upon how you people, how much money the women make, you know. Even if the man provides in this world. So men, some of you and your prejudice is what is a direct result of your evolution. Okay? And so again, Joe, LGBT community, 1961 Amphibious Spaceman, Harry J. Race, Bernard LaChance, DJ Dave, Perlita Quinlan, Elton Anderson, Don Wiley, Jim Hall, Bill Duvall, Elleries, Doug King, that group, that type, your direct attitude towards women will be the result of the evolution. So Robo Knight, Red Robo Knight, Rapist Robo Knight, Harry, Joe, made up story, Dave, 3-4 times made up story for your power. That's all it's ever been. Whether it's red, blue, or a green, we can already prove you guys' prejudice against the blue, which gives a result. Say you guys are prejudiced against navy blue or the orange, which is the result of the nightmare you guys put in. Red, basically, like I said, the group of you hillbillies, Karen Fouls, is why you look like shit, and the group that you run around with, or supports you, Karen, or country and western, you guys look like trash, is because you have been lying the whole time. You stole it, you took it, Joe took it, you know it, you guys committed rape, murder, molestation, whether it's Florida, Texas, or here, you lie about it. That's what the device was for, because that group of you, see, LGBT, you already have a prejudice against women, unless they're a part of your own little stock. Therefore, you destroyed the blue, Harry, with the child in it, or Joe, or the golden, or the peaches, whatever. And guess what? That's what you guys look like. What Ellery stole, what you stole, Joe. The stolen rainbow, Joe. Bitten. Perlita's prejudice, because she chooses the side that pays her, right? So though, men, it took a couple thousands of years of pretty much straight up non-stop racism, prejudice, and abuse, and then you guys get a hold of technology. Like I said, usually the racist ones will get a hold of it first, the screwed up ones, and jack it up. And so that's what the Robo Knight and Joe and them do, is they push people to the military thing or religious thing to push people so they look good, so they don't really have to fight the battle, and then they turn around and go, well, we solved it, killed Kim, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Steely of the bit and all that. Bernard LaChance, you're just a racist hick with your team there and Harry and them who stole it, and your support of Dave and Perlita to put up basically, you know, your forced messiah after Joe was rejected by the other children who didn't want to do that. So yes, Joe, I can prove your prejudice against Holly, me, Amanda, my friends, Kate, Bailey, 61 Oyster Cracker Man, the Vintage Bat 4 Blue Boy boxes, that's anti-women pretty much. So guess what? Before even a single thing was written on there, Joe, on anything, they were still doing it. Negroes, prejudice against women, right? The result of you guys' dream. So, if you guys want a better result in several generations, you should allow your women to get paid more, put them into positions so they can take better care of the child, so you will evolve. But if that process stopped because Joe wants to be a pompous dumbass against the Jew or the Russian, see, Joe, I can always prove your attack. You are a murderer, Joe. You double coined it. Then you attack the sons so you look good in front of the women. That's your whole thing. So Oyster Cracker Man, Fitted Bat 4, Blue Boy boxes. Oh, they get caught. Purple Bike Rim Boy, Don Wiley, Elton Anderson. You're all on the same team, Joe. Constantly making up shit that fucked up everything because you're a group of dumb shits. The Barnyard Rapist, the Blue Room Rapist, the shocking, the eye poking, all that shit you guys cover up, Joe, just so you can come back around and go, we were perfect. That's not how it works. So now you guys are all cloned up and shit. That's another proof of you guys' abuse. Your constant lies. After you stole what was not yours, Joe. Karen, South Country, and Western. That's why you guys can't get out of this shit, because you committed heinous crimes to get it. Harry, Joe, Bernard, rapist, Brit Peach of the Peaches, hovering britches. You're racist against women, Joe, and you knew I had a lot of friends, or my other friends were liked by women, so you older guys get pissed and then you do your thing. Basically, Harry, you want to fuck Heather or another one of my friends, and then you keep getting caught because you're cowboy, country, and western, all American, that's our culture. Well, you can have your fucking shit stink culture, because you are the ones that ruined it out here in the first place. The whole thing. For Dave, the liar. For Perlita, the spoiled Michigani. So Michigan's having to pay for your shit, Joe, and not just our family, but other families. Colorado is. New York is. This is. Because you guys want to trust a piece of shit that shouldn't be allowed to do anything, who should have gotten the death penalty after what you all did, but you let that thing live, and that's the result, Joe. So they let you have your shit stains be put in power, but guess who gets to point out the wrong points? The Navy, the police, the Coast Guard, the long awaited I told you so, for those, Joe, who are in higher military rank than you. And so if you want to really play the mind game, Joe, you embrace Satan, because that was the only thing you could do, because I told you none of the kids wanted the Carney Red, but you had to force that shit in with Harry and make your shit. And now we're all trapped in it, and people try to do different things to get out of it. But, Joe, ultimately, you're the pompous ego ass in everybody else's business, with your cowboy, country, and western guys trying to fuck girls and shit. And guess what? That plays on their psyche, on everybody's psyche, Joe, which guess what? Affects evolution, the teeth, everything we do. So your happy fun times, Joe, went away because you wanted to section out those who actually earned it versus those who don't. And then you guys make up your paid for story for Perlita and Dave so you can prop them up as Messiah. So guess what, Dave? When they do that and you go sit on your block over there or wherever you want to hide, the same, it doesn't matter if it's Mexico, here, Spain, whatever, the same shit, because you're still racist and you're a dictator, Perlita. See, when you announce that? Oops. So you do a lot of your shit on purpose to get what you want, and they give it to you, Perlita, but guess what? Then those in the military, higher rank, get to prove your military failure. Prove Bernard's military favor. We didn't want your Carney, Bernard. So since rapist Lestank Bernard did his thing and forced it in, guess what? That genetic trait goes through. Guess what, Bernard? Your racism, even though you chipped it to be perfect with them, still goes through. And your nasty shit flows through generations-wise, which most people probably didn't want. And so how do they prove that to you, Bernard, in your group? By not simply protesting, but telling you to go to hell. Because you're basically Satan, Joe and Dave. And that's what you wanted to be. And that's why you guys have always tried to be, because you live in a delusional comic book Tomb Raider life, claiming that Thing is God, but he's cloned up so much that I just let him look like a piece of shit that he is and watch him fail. And then we point that out to the rest of the world. Stay away from that nasty group of shit. And then guess what, Joe? The smart ones do. And then your little team of, you know, supposedly saving the earth of failure is the ones that caused all the failure. So, welcome to atheism. Welcome, Minister. See, that's the only reason why he wanted people to be good again. Either way, Joe had, so Joe could control it. Call himself Jehovah, you know, control the battlefield. But see, Joe, like I said, if I got my ship, I wouldn't want to be in there with you. Okay, because I'm not a fag. See? Get it, Joe? Nasty. I don't want you in my bedroom or bathroom. Look, guys. Uh-oh. They probably are saying the same thing. We don't want you in our bathroom, but look at that mess out there. So, Joe, to each each has their own way of, you know, announcing victory or not. But guess what? I don't think they're announcing victory for the group of the three of you rapists that were running around screwing up everybody's shit. So, you know, Pickett Street, Jamaica Street. That's why I came out here, because I followed the advice of some of my ROTC training and some higher ranking people that I knew to test the theory, who was telling the truth and who's full of shit.